Hi, I'm Autumn. I'm one of the trainers at Highline Athletic Club, and I've become sort of a go-to person for nutrition questions. And while I want to make it clear that I'm not a registered dietitian, I'm not diagnosing or prescribing anything related to nutrition, I do have a strong nutrition background. I do have a bachelor's degree from Bastyr University in exercise science and wellness, and we spent the first year doing a lot of nutrition. So that's a little bit of my background, and I have a bunch of food displayed today to use as some examples of what I'm talking about. But the first topic I wanted to go over is all about the main question that people come to me with. So if I had to pick the number one thing that I get asked all the time, it's, Autumn, is this okay to eat? And this is some food, any food. And I respond by asking, well, what's in it? And that's how I make a decision. And so that's what I want to share with you, is how I make that decision so that you can easily make that same decision for yourself. And I want to make it very clear that I am a strong advocate of a whole foods-based diet. Diet meaning just the food that you eat. And whole food is simply one ingredient food. You know exactly what it is and where it came from. It's an apple, it's chicken, it's broccoli. You know exactly what it is. And that is the best way to stay healthy, and it's an easy way to know if you should eat this or not. But I'm also a realist, and I know that you're going to buy foods such as these that have already been packaged and possibly altered from their original state or combined with other ingredients. So I want to go through, again, a little bit about how I make those decisions on should I eat this or should I not eat this. And I have, again, examples I'm going to go through in a second segment, but I'm going to highlight the main reasons that I make a decision on to eat a food or not. You read the ingredient label. So we want to pick up that product and we want to turn it around and say, what's in this? And I mean beyond the nutrition facts. I want to look for the ingredients. It's kind of that fine print. So it actually says ingredients, and it tells you exactly what's in that food. And whatever's in that list is what you're eating. So that's how you're going to make your decision. So one interesting thing to know about the ingredient list is the ingredients are listed in descending order, meaning the first ingredient is what comprises the bulk of that food. And then they're listed in descending order, and the last ingredient is the smallest portion of that food. And typically the first 3 to 4 ingredients make up the bulk of that food. And those are the ones I pay the most attention to. The other ones I definitely care about. If I don't have a clue what that word is, it's probably not that good for me. Maybe I don't want to eat that food. But the first 3 to 4 ingredients are the ones that you really want to look at. And there's definitely 2 ingredients that I absolutely say stay away from. If you see either of these, you want to just put it back and move on and find a better option. The first one is partially hydrogenated oil, and that's the big fancy term for a trans fat. So you may have heard of trans fats. They've definitely gotten bad press, and that's because they have no place in a healthy body and in a healthy diet. They just aren't good for you, plain and simple. They're unnatural, and they're there to preserve food, and you don't need to preserve your body from the inside out with food. The second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. Again, a long name for a sweetener, but it is a unnatural sweetener, and again, it's there to increase shelf life, and it's very cheap. So those 2 ingredients, partially hydrogenated oils, which are trans fats, but they usually won't say trans fat because they know that you know by now that that's not good for you. And the other ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, and it will actually say high fructose corn syrup. Either one of those show up in the ingredient list, put it back, you don't want it. Again, we're going to come back in a second segment. I'm going to go through a little bit more in detail, highlighting some of the options I have and discussing why I would or would not choose them. So I look forward to speaking with you shortly and going through some more specifics. Thank you.